Folks, welcome to Everything Pro Wrestling. Everything Pro Wrestling is a show by the fans, for the fans. I'm your host, Conrad Cushman, being joined tonight by my co-host, Derek. We are here to review AEW Dynamite for August 25th, 2021. We are about to get into this, so let's go.
Everything pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast here for the people. The best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin. The opinion and the lesson. Yes, everyday pro wrestling, they can never be you.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you for joining us. If this is your first time joining Everything Pro Wrestling tonight, or if you're a long-time listener, please make sure you help us out, and it's all for free. First, hit that like button on the video. If you enjoy the content, whatever it may be your reason, find a reason to hit the like button for us. Also, make sure you hit the subscribe button. We are slowly climbing up that ladder of getting more subscribers, and it's always welcome. So thank you guys so much for that. And last but not least, if you watch the video after the fact, leave me a comment down below. Follow me on all my socials. There's a link tree down there. You guys can give us a follow for everything. Derek, what's been going on with you, bro? What's happening, man? Let the people know, man.
Same old, man. Just working, trying to maneuver through this crazy world.
All right. We got a bet tonight that if Derek coughs on this stream, I get to Ric Flair chop him for each one. So somebody keep a tally. We got some people in the chat already. What is going on, everybody? We got Original Biggie in the house, Mr. OB1. What's happening, Original Biggie? Always the first one in here. Much respect. A said, what's up, Conrad, Derek? Yeah.
What up?
What is happening, man? B-Boy Skyline also writing, yeah. CM Punk dropping hints. More than hints, bro. More than hints. We're going to get into some of that. John L. Jackson saying hello. What's going on, John L.? Appreciate you coming in, fam. Always appreciate you. And we got our man, Jesus De Leon. What's going on, Jesus? We're going to be talking about AEW tonight, and I hope you guys are ready to bring that fire, the heat. And we got a lot to talk about with this show. Where do we want to start here, Derek? Where do we want to start? Well, tonight's show was in, as we will dub it, Milwaukee. So nearby Chicago area, but Milwaukee, pretty big wrestling area, truthfully, from what I've seen. And they show highlights of the CM Punk Rampage stuff. Now, Derek, you weren't on the Rampage review. We had Casey Briggs on the review. Shout out to Casey. What did you think of CM Punk's return, bro?
You know me, bro. Like I was never really big on CM Punk, but I feel like that was a huge plus for him and for AEW. Like, don't get me wrong, CM Punk is definitely a great personality and character and a great wrestler. So it was nice to actually see him back, because that's one guy I can sit there and listen to who can drop one hell of a promo.
Some would say he's the cult of personality, but yeah, no, CM Punk, he delivers, man. Like, every time you need him to, the guy is there. He's really good. Yeah. And I personally, you guys know how I feel. Me and Casey are huge CM Punk fans. We got the shirts, we got everything that we need for it. And I don't know, man. He's just really, really, really good. And I think that him coming back to pro wrestling is a thumbs up on behalf of AEW. It's a good catch. I think it got them some big ratings. That's what they were trying to do. Cool. I think for CM Punk, it was nice. And it's going to be really good. And Crossroads Source, thank you for joining us, Crossroads. I hope you check us out on Twitch or YouTube as well, brother. I see you on the Periscope, though. Big Cody Rhodes fan myself, so thank you. Rob's also in the house. Positively E has joined us as well. Arm Reverse is special. Couldn't even do that then in AKI. Day of Reckoning stuff. Late to the party, but I'm here. BJ, we are glad you are here, my friend.
Absolutely.
We were just getting Derek's thoughts on the CM Punk situation from last week. Oh, man, B-Boy Skyline starting with it early. I mean, I guess I'll throw that to you as well. What do you think Adam Cole does? I don't know.
Create the next king and queen duo of AEW?
They could.
But then that would be too predictable, I guess.
I think he would join his friends back in the Elite because he was once in Bullet Club.
That's true.
He's got options. To me, though, I don't know if Cole leaves. I just don't know if I see that. Crossroads Source says, hopefully AJ Lee soon as well. Yeah, if AJ wants to come back, I would always be down to have AJ Lee back. She was one of my favorites during that time period in WWE's women's division.
I would definitely be more than welcome to see her come back.
Right. BJ said, I feel like this show was kind of lull this week, but needed with all that stuff coming up. I would agree with that. We were just talking about that, BJ. I kind of agree. But Adam Cole is dead. A good old seance fixes a lot of problems, B-Boy Skyline. Good old seance.
That is true.
Never hurts. Never hurts. Let's see here. I hope he stays and gets the WWE strap. AEW's getting crowded, though. Cole could play into the Hangman story. He could. I like that. Adam Cole shows up at All Out, Jesus says. AJ Styles got a few bumps left, too. What is Adam Baker doing in AEW? Laughing my ass off. Just kidding. You better stop it. Stop it. All right, let's get into some of this, D. Let's start off with the first matchup. Orange Cassidy versus Matt Hardy. This was a different battle here. It seems like the HFO and the Best Friends have been going at it. Both factions were left in the back for this one. It was truly a one-on-one contest. And it started off kind of funny, like with the gimmick stuff. Orange Cassidy doing the kicks. Matt Hardy pulls out a bunch of money because he's Big Money Matt. And Matt Hardy makes sure his focus is on Orange Cassidy's lower back throughout all of the match. He even hit a WrestleMania 2000 move for you, Derek. The Crucifix Powerbomb by Matt Hardy.
Love it.
It was really good. And Orange hit a crossbody and a tilt-a-whirl DDT, and I don't know if it happened on the crossbody or the DDT. All I know is that Matt Hardy was gushing blood like he was facing Edge in 05. I was like, what is happening right now?
Matt doesn't have the leather skin tough leather anymore.
Matt, I felt for Matt in this, man. That was way too much of a gusher for me. I was like, come on, bro. Come on now. And this match I felt weird about. At first I didn't like it, but then I couldn't turn my head away from it at this point. Orange even did a mock move. Matt Hardy gets knocked off the top rope, and he kind of does the Jeff Hardy does one of these, and then he puts his hands in his pocket. And it basically played him. It was great. I like it. And then he did his hands in his pocket and hit the swanton for a near fall. Yep. He even hit a twist of fate on Matt. Finisher steal, like in the video games.
Love it.
Brian, I hope you're listening. Shout out to my man True B Will. Working on that AEW game. Showing love, bro.
Absolutely. Let's go.
So, twist of fate for a 2 count. Eventually, though, Orange Cassidy catches Matt Hardy in the, I always call it the Bret Hart British Bulldog SummerSlam 92 finish, where he drops down and hooks his legs and then pins him, but he put his hands in the pocket. So he's like giving himself leverage, which was weird. But that's how he beat Matt Hardy in this matchup. I like it.
Can't go wrong with it.
And I think Mountain Splash Bomb, WrestleMania 2000, I get that reference. This match went longer and was more intense than I thought it would be, BJ said. OC confuses me at times. His seriousness comes out randomly. I kind of agree, and I'm hoping that maybe once he gets in there with some veterans again, he can get his timing down, because when he was with Jericho, I thought he had the timing down a little bit better, but sometimes it gets lost in translation. Like, there was a little too much funny for me, and then it got better.
Right, yeah. Sometimes you just got to break up the monotony a little bit, and I guess cut it 50-50, do like the funny jokes every once in a while, or the funny style wrestling every once in a while, but then come out strong at other times.
I just think you have to, when you're doing this, you have to have it so that it works. Like, if he gets slapped, then he gets serious, or you know what I mean? BJ continues on. I'm sorry, I'm going to just jump to BJ's thing here. Sometimes his OC seriousness happens in a story, but then like tonight it did, but then he just suddenly like got serious. I think this character is going to have a tough time with that eventually. OC landed on his head with the crossbody. It was on OC. Can we talk about that money drop kick? It was good. It was good stuff. All this blood the hard way. Brian Williams better have them blood physics on fleek. Come on, Eric. Cut my man some slack. Jesus said one of my favorite matches of the night was Matt versus OC. Okay. Couple of goats, Connor says. All right. At first I thought it was a dog. Crossroads Source says, do you think Daniel Garcia will be signed soon? Crossroads, I'll let you know this. I'm actually from Daniel Garcia's hometown, and we watched him wrestle at an independent show where he was in the main event. I believe he wasn't champion at the time. I think he made his comeback to challenge for it after the car accident with the rest of the Buffalo Boys. I think Garcia is going to get signed to AEW.
Oh, yeah. I think that would be a great sign for them. I think it would be great for him, too. Coming from our city, we don't get big props for things that we do. So having someone from Buffalo,
you usually leave and then you get the props afterwards.
Right. Yeah. So it's like seeing someone who's from Buffalo get signed to a big company. It's refreshing.
Shout out to Nick Cannon. Cut it out, E. Adam Cole Bebe is coming. A lot of people seem to think that. I saw some Mattel thing with him today. Someone showed me. I want to see a Buffalo faction. I don't know if they're going to do all that. Chad Schrader in the house. What's up, Connor? What's up, Derek? My first time to Nashville was awesome. Plus, I saw a black bear outside a restaurant my family was eating at.
Tripping.
That's scary, bro. I would have crapped my pants. I told my aunt and mom it was not Chevy Chase as a bear. Oh, my goodness. Eve laughing at us. But, yeah, for that match, though, I have mixed feelings about it. Like, I like it, but at the same time, I saw some of the criticism that people would have with this.
Right.
Moving forward, we get to Malakai Black. He talks about Brock Anderson. I was almost at Lesnar. Brock Anderson, and he gives him a choice about fighting tonight. He says, you don't have to show up. No one's going to think less of you if you don't get in that ring. But once you do, I'm going to make you regret it if you decide to come out there.
Right.
More on that later. Chris Jericho has an announcement. And this is Chris Jericho's major announcement, Derek. And he makes a proposal to your boy, my jerk-off friend, MJF. And he says that he wants one more match, basically. One final match at All Out September 5th. He said if MJF wins, he will never, ever wrestle again in AEW if he loses this match. And MJF comes out with a shirt that said 3-0 and Jera blows 3-0 for MJF, Jera blow 0, scumbag.
Right.
He comes out and MJF accepts the matchup. And he basically was really funny about it. Jericho said he'll sit his ass at commentary, whatever it takes after this. But MJF, I thought, was great in this because he had the chance. He said, I've beaten you 3 times. I really don't feel like fighting you. He's like, when you mentioned my name, I was like, really, Chris? Are you serious right now? I already beat your ass. Like, what more do you want? But he's a bad guy, and they want to give you more. And he said, you know what? I want to beat his ass again. I want to be the guy now. Instead of the guy who tapped Chris Jericho, I want to be the guy who retired Chris Jericho.
Right.
Son of a bitch.
Add another notch to the belt.
So early thoughts, Derek. Is this the end for Jericho? Is it the end?
It kind of makes me think that it is. I would like to say no, but it kind of makes me feel like it might be, just because Jericho's up there in age. And maybe the body's starting to talk to him like, all right, bro, you went through a lot. It's time. It's time. But I would like to see him go out in a blaze of glory and win his final match, if this is his final match.
Yeah, I don't know what Jericho's going to end up doing with this, but it's very, very interesting what could happen with this. Rob said Cole is doing a Mattel panel with Gargano tomorrow. See? AEW is like wrestling on shuffle. It's a mixed bag. Every segment different. Keeps you on your toes. Respect that comment. Chris is going on tour. Can they give Chris the dub? I think they could if they wanted to. It won't hurt MJF. He beat him 3 times.
Right.
It's like, okay. I have mixed feelings that Jericho's going to get the win back from MJF. It could happen. This is well done. Unlike when they did the thing with Roman Reigns and they were like, my career is on the line. And I know this is completely different, but it's a career stipulation. And when you do it like that and it's so obvious who has to win, it doesn't work. In this situation, we could go back and forth. And I don't really know what I want to decide. I'll save that for the preview and prediction show. Got a great guest lined up for that, by the way. We'll see. We'll see what happens with it. Ever again. Shout out to Ralphus. Thank you, Rob. Ralphus is the man. Jericho is putting it all on the line at All Out. Facts. And I'm not a fan if I don't beat insert wrestler. I'll never wrestle for insert promotion storylines. That's always been in wrestling, though. Loser leaves town. That's how you get people out the territory. You know how it goes. Come on now. And Connor, I saw you say what was Buffalo known for, too. Yeah, I pulled this up. Besides the Bills. In all seriousness, Buffalo's known for chicken wings, good food, pizza. We got the Sabres too. We're coming back one of these days.
Yep. Buffalo
Bisons, yeah. We had a lot of famous musicians from out of here too. You'd be surprised. Google us.
Yep.
Google us.
What was the one black artist name?
Brian McKnight.
Brian McKnight. There we go.
Man, Brian McKnight don't claim us. I don't respect that one. Could we see AJ Lee joining sooner than later? We addressed this earlier. We would like to see her join, but it's up to her if she wants to come back, Chad.
Right.
Do we have a Fozzy tour soon? B-Boy Skyline keeps saying that. I don't know. B-Boy Skyline said Rick James.
No, I think Fozzy is going on tour.
I don't think that has anything to do with it, though.
No.
Road says, I see a double count out. They could do something like that, too. B-Boy Skyline says Beth Phoenix, snowing, Rick James. Thank you guys for knowing about Buffalo. Putting fans through tables in the theater district. This is 100% true.
Yep.
Thank you, Rob. We can't say that on air, but I know what you're referring to. Rick James. Anywho. So, yeah, Jericho. We'll have to wait and see what happens at All Out. Like, I'm hyped for that matchup, though. We get a promo with the Varsity Blondes by the Lockers. Reminded me of some high school shit. Like, yeah, what's going on, guys? They're pulling their jackets out, the Letterman jackets. I'm okay with this. I just don't like the Varsity Blondes gimmick. Like, do you feel the same as me, Derek? Like, why are these dudes, grown-ass men, wearing, like, high school Letterman jackets and shit? Like, I don't understand it. I get that they're, like, the young kids, the blue chippers in AEW, but I just never liked this gimmick for people when they wear, like, the jackets like that.
Yeah,
I think they can still be a team. Just get rid of the jackets.
Yeah. I don't think they need the jackets. It's almost kind of reminiscent. Well, not reminiscent, but rules still apply. Like Mean Street Posse.
See what you did. Anywho, yes. Continue. Mean Street Posse.
You know, like they had the. I don't know what you want to call it, the pullover vest.
Right.
It's
their gimmick, but I just don't know, man. Like,
I don't think it's needed. I think they can go from Varsity Blondes to something different. You can use something else that goes with, blondes instead of varsity, because I know they're young, but they're not that young.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not crapping on them. It was just a little part of the gimmick that I was like, I would tweak it a little bit or change something about it. Shout out to Crossroads saying Buffalo was Dusty's last stand when the Rose Brothers beat the Shield. I watched that match and I always get emotional. We were at that show, so that was a really fun show when Dusty took off the belt and had to whoop that ass. Good time. Shout out to Moxley who took the bump for that too. Mike Rotunda wants a word with you, Conrad. I'm just saying, like, when I was a kid, those were the last people it worked with me was Mike Rotunda and Rick Steiner. Even the Steiner brothers. It's like, all right, come on, dog, you grown ass man. Why are you wearing the Michigan jackets?
Right.
I mean, I guess maybe that's something to be proud of, but Varsity Blondes, that's not a school. Right. I don't know. Maybe I'm hating. The sleeveless vest. Wait, Pete Gas to AEW. Cactus, you really came in here and said that? What's going on, Cac? Cac, I hope you enjoyed the show. Giannis is at AEW, Conrad. I believe it. The Greek Freak. I'm a big fan. NBA champion. Don't touch the blondes. I did like Bulletproof Blondes from Brian Pillman Jr.'s old nickname. Chad said, Conrad, I walked across a bridge in the mountains of Trip, Nashville. It was scary walking across it because it was shaking and it was held with barbed wires.
Terrible.
Alex Riley jacket. I did not like that either, though. keep it a stack with you guys. Like, nah, that wasn't it either. His music was dope though.
Yeah.
Say it to my face. All right, let's talk about match number 2 then. It was the semifinal tag team eliminator tonight. It was the Lucha Bros taking on the Varsity Blondes. And I will say this, the Varsity Blondes really impressed me in this match. Like, they did a great job, especially, you know what? No, it's both of them, man. Griff Garrison held his shit down tonight, Derek. I will not let you say a bad thing about him. Even though he still looked the same with the stiffness, Griff Garrison held it down, man. He was catching people. He was strong, powerful. Griff Garrison was on his bag tonight. I was not mad at it.
Listen, I like Griff Garrison. It's just funny how he just from the waist down, his legs are just like super stiff.
I don't know. I always feel like I'm the same way when I play sports, though. I'm not perfect when it comes to it. I'm always like, you know, you got your robotic motions and stuff. Some people just aren't fluid with it. But Griff Garrison held it down tonight. And you know who else was on their bag? Phoenix. Phoenix was on his shit. And I knew from the intro, when he came out for his entrance, Ray Phoenix was just shitting. Like, literally. He came out and I was just like, this dude's on something else tonight. Like I'm not even going to front. Just look at the man. He's out there and he's doing the damn thing. Like, I can't say a bad word about this dude. He always impresses. I thought Pentagon's gear was on point. Alex Abrahantes was out there doing his thing. Even Julia Hart was out there too. I got to shout out them too that were also involved in the match. So Jurassic Express are in the crowd. They are showing the Young Bucks come out and make their entrances afterwards. The Young Bucks are douches and they're out there just like, yeah, you know what we got to do. So they're out there watching the match and all of this to see some amazing spots. The best spot I could talk about, you know what they do in this. The Lucha Bros are hopping, flipping, jumping. They're doing anything they can. Ray Phoenix dove through the rope cannonball style. And Pentagon, I don't know how I can explain this, caught him, flipped him backwards over his head, and he landed on everybody outside. Dude, effing amazing, bro. Effing amazing. So afterwards with all this, Varsity Blondes had their moments in this, but Pillman Jr. eventually gets caught, and Pentagon sets him up for that package pile driver, and Ray Phoenix just lifts him up for the assist. Dropped right on his dome piece. 1, 2, 3. The Lucha Bros advance. Afterwards, we see a little bit of a face-off, though, with Jurassic Express. And during the face-off, the Bucks say, good brothers, come with us. This will be the perfect time to start some shit. And they push them into them. And normally, hashtag dumb babyface move is when they usually would fight each other. But this time, they knew. They were like, oh, no. Right. We saw what you did. And they started messing the Bucks up and the Good Brothers. They even did a dive to the outside. Like, come on, bring your asses in the ring. I think we've got time for a nice 8-man tag coming up. No. Yeah, bro. The Bucks and the Good Brothers versus the Lucha Bros and Jurassic Express. It's money, man. It's money.
Sloppy.
I hope this match kicks ass. This dude says this every week. Any trios match, any of these matches, always says they're bad.
They are. They're not bad. It's just sloppy at times. Just saying. Hating.
We get a video package for Pac and Andrade after this. It was interesting. Jesus said, match of the night. B-Boy Skyline, I can't put your comment up. There are bad words in it. But very, very well done. Small video package. Andrade and Pac, I think, could be the sleeper match of All Out.
Yes.
If people sleep on it too much, these guys are going to go out there and they're going to deliver. I don't know. I don't know what else to do. 2 bald guys and 2 long-haired guys per team. Laugh out loud. Let's go, Lucha Dinos. It's the quota. It's the quota, BJ. So, yeah, I think Pac and Andrade could deliver. I don't know how you're feeling going into this.
I think if we get the weightlifting Pac in this match, I think we'll be good to go. I still think we'll be good to go regardless, but I think that Pac would be nice to see.
I'm still just wondering, what does that even mean to you?
That's that. True regression pack.
The dude is chiseled out of stone, bro. I'm telling you. Next up, we have a really good match with someone who I've always been impressed by going back to the days of Stardom. #Watch Stardom. Shout out to my man JPQ. We were talking earlier. I remember when JPQ introduced me to Stardom, and this is when I was first introduced to Jamie Hayter, but she's taking on Red Velvet in this match. I like this match a lot. Red Velvet. So the first word I always write down for her is spicy, feisty. This chick don't take no shit, and I like it. In the ring, too, she's going to talk her shit. She's going to do what she's got to do in the match. Red Velvet did a great job. She did 2 dives out onto the floor to Jamie Hayter. Holy shit, bro. Why? Why is she? I think she's going to get hurt, and she's landed on Jamie Hayter, slamming her head into the ground. Like, it looks brutal. I'm just glad they looked okay afterwards. This was really good. Jamie Hayter has to put the beat down, though, on Red Velvet here. She's the new muscle for Dr. Britt Baker. DMD. I don't know why I always have to do that with it. I just don't get it. Why do we all have to do that?
Hey, it was put there strategically for everybody to do it.
You're probably right. But this was really good. Jamie Hayter gets the victory here with a big lariat. Red Velvet flopped like a fish. She went down for the count after with this. It was really good. Crossroads says, I got a crush on Jamie Hayter. You're not the first person I heard say that tonight. Speak of the devil. Rob says, Jamie effing Hayter. Red Velvet reminds me, let me get a piece of cake from the kitchen. Sit your ass down, Cactus. We cannot have you getting no cake from the kitchen. And I hope you mean from the real kitchen and no metaphors. BJ said, Jamie Hayter, you saw my comment on the thread. Everybody's a fan. I'm telling you. She's a nice young lady. I'm married, so she's a nice young lady. That's all I'll say. Jamie Hayter, I would not want to step into a ring with her. Some of the others in the chat would say otherwise. They would take their chances, I think. But she did a really good job here, Derek. Were you impressed by Jamie Hayter? What did you think?
Yeah, very impressed with Jamie Hayter. I honestly, I just can't wait to see more from her. The girl has, she's got style, she's got the look, she's got the moves. To me, she's a total package. When she starts climbing that ladder, I think she'll be one to look out for.
Yeah, it makes me wonder what could happen later on down the road with her and Dr. Britt Baker. Britt Baker also has a match lined up, too. So after the match, they start beating her down, and Chris Statlander comes out. Chris Statlander is the #1 contender for the AEW Women's Championship. I don't know how you feel going into that one, Derek, but that should be a really good matchup. I think Chris Statlander's ready. We've been waiting to see her get this opportunity since, what was that, the first Dynamite almost? Like within the first couple weeks, wasn't she supposed to get a shot and then she couldn't or something crazy? Yeah. Remember, there was some story with it.
Yeah, there was something with that. And then when she lost that shot for it, then she kind of like fell off. She was still wrestling, but she fell off from it. And then she got another shot at it, but then she got injured. So it's nice to see her back and in the best shape of her life, I would assume. I can't wait to see that match between those two because I am a Chris Statlander fan, and a Britt Baker fan. So I would love to see what this match could bring and what it'll pull off on the table.
Okay. We're getting some comments here. I enjoy Red Velvet a lot. She's been doing really well. I agree. I think Red Velvet has turned it up a notch. Chad, I would. See, I told you. I knew BJ was going to. Good enough to eat. Peace. Y'all got me. I'm trying to read comments. Don't get me in trouble. Jamie Hayter, peaches. Oh, yeah. Get the icing. I'm done with you two. Jamie Hayter is a peach. Crossroads says we need some more Jade brand. We'll see Jade coming up soon. I know a lot of people are fans of Jade too, man.
Yeah, Jade Cargill she was shaky at first.
Nah, I think they're talking about the appeal of Jade. There's a lot of fans.
Well, I mean, the appeal is there. The appeal is there.
So afterwards, we get a promo with the Dark Order. Derek, don't start your shit. So in this, the Dark Order is split kind of into Team Hangman side, which was Silver and Reynolds. 10's kind of in the middle.
Yep.
And then on the other side, we have Stu Grayson, Evil Uno, and Colt Cabana. I think 10 was with them as well to go help Hangman. And it's Colt, Uno, and Grayson, and they get into it talking back and forth. And Silver was like, we should have helped Hangman, blah, 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 blah. This is your fault that we didn't do it, Uno. And Uno said, I don't know why you're arguing with me. We told you this is what he wanted. And a comment got let out by Evil Uno, which said, why don't you go back to standing behind John because that's what you do best. And it was like, oh, that kind of hurt. And he walks away. They're pissed off at each other. It hurt, man. It hurt. Is this, I don't even want to use your terms, the beginning of the end of the Dark Order? Is there going to be cracks within the Dark Order now? Has the group run its course? This was something I was talking about earlier today. I can't remember with who. I think this might have been with the XGW chat with Cactus, Sick, and all of us in it. Is this the time maybe to say, you know what, maybe we should end this?
I think I want to say yes, but I also want to say no. The reason why I say no is because Brody Lee. You kind of have to keep that together for him. But if you take Brody Lee out of it, I think this would be the time to do it, I guess, if you're going to do it.
Right. What up, Sick? Sick just said, y'all boys in the nosebleed section. Hey, we up there. We're with Sting and Darby.
Right. It's Dad.
Tony Booker of the Year. Cactus said, Jade is nice. Will she get a decent push, though? Jade has been. Jade's undefeated, technically.
Yeah.
Brace yourself. AEW builds people up slowly. So this ain't the other like companies, Cactus. And we're just saying this because Cactus seemed like he found his love for wrestling again today. So I'm letting him rock right now. Cactus is a huge wrestling fan as well. He needed something to spark that inner wrestling fan again. And I think the CM Punk return did that. And AEW slowly builds you up. So like you'll see win. And then you're going to eventually get pushed to a title shot. She's not losing for a reason. So they must want to set up something eventually for her.
Yeah.
E says Dark Order is breaking my heart right now. So I'm going to throw another weird, throw some dice into this, Derek. Bray Wyatt is rumored to possibly want to come in. I heard Impact's making a play, but let's just say, could Bray Wyatt take over the Dark Order? Would you be okay with that? I know it was Brody's group originally.
All jokes aside, I would definitely say I would be okay with that. Bray Wyatt has the persona that you just can't change. You can't have him be something different than what he already is. Like not to say that he's one-dimensional, but Bray Wyatt has that dark persona. So him, if he does come to AEW, him coming in, I think would help the Dark Order and
get them back on the track of being dark. I think so. Here's what I really believe happened with all of this. And I know we're spending a lot of time on this, but I thought this was an interesting point tonight. Because look, we got B-Boy Skyline saying the Dark Order is going to come back together. We got other people saying Jamie Hayter is a star still. We got people saying family fight sometimes. Eli has joined us as well. What's going on? Dark Order is breaking up. I'm crying. Yeah. And Cactus is saying maybe Bray needs to jumpstart it if he comes to AEW. This could be a good point, though. Maybe he comes back and he says, hey, you guys forgot what the point was, that I taught him, and now I'm here to teach you what to do. And they become even more sinister than they were. Yes. Because Bray understands that. Because I think at times the Dark Order were seen as jokes or stuff would go wrong, like with the punches. And you know what I mean? Like it was ruining the group at times. I think Bray, if you give him that creative control over it, or at least some input, I don't have a fear.
It would definitely go back to what it was and then some. If you had Bray do it, if he decides to come, I hope he does, but I hope he goes where he fits best.
I can only agree with that, D. And Tokyo said it's over with the Dark Order. Only Bray can save it. Randy Sam, what is going on? Only Hangman Page can save this. Ooh, I love how we're getting like conflicting answers every other between people. You guys are interesting tonight. I respect it, man. Can't judge AEW by WWE logic. That is 100% true. Even though I think it happens a lot. Azan White has joined us as well. What's up, Azan? I will not say that name because Derek will start up with that. Rob says, since it's finally okay to beat up kids on TV, thanks almighty. How long before -1 catches a beat down from Uno and Grayson and finally put the Dark Order out of their misery? Stop it. Yep, y'all talked about Bray in the box. Yeah, we were talking about him in the private chat too about this. Anna Jay's gonna come back and straighten these boys out. Anna Jay's not gonna be playing, huh? Bray Wyatt will be an awesome leader for the Dark Order. I'm just saying. It depends on what character he wants to play to. Like I said, give this some time. We got time before Bray can even probably do anything. But it's an interesting way to look at it into what they could do. Afterwards, we get Tony Schiavone interviewing CM Punk. Y'all don't know how happy I am. Like, I really don't think you guys know. CM Punk is one of my all-time favorites. You know why? Because he told the truth. And I usually stick up for CM Punk once it's time. So hit a like if you're in the chat. If you have not touched that like button, let me know. Let me know someone how many likes we're at, because I can't see it right now because I'm using the an app. But let me know how many likes we are at in the chat, because CM Punk deserves better for this. CM Punk had people screaming, bro. I could not hear. That was the first time I think ever, Derek. I couldn't hear the man's music from the pop. How does that happen, bro?
Dude, I think when he came out, I think the only thing I heard in the beginning was the static, and I don't even think I really even heard the music after that. I'm like, wait, who's coming? Like at first, I didn't look at the Titantron. I didn't look at anything. I was just listening to it, and all I heard was and then all I heard, yeah. I'm like, wait, who's coming out?
Bro, that was like one of them Austin Rock pops back in the day, bro.
Dude, Austin and Rock pops always give me like chills.
And speaking of Austin, J-Hub just got here. He says, Shell, yeah, that's right. That's the fishing line. What's going on, J-Hub? 6 at Red, Bray's contract is up in late October around Halloween. Seems fitting. It is. Halloween would be the first show he could appear on. Perfect.
But you know what, though? Well, yes, his contract is ending at that time. If he does come back, this also brings up the negated fact that it should have been Bray Wyatt and Aleister Black who should have wrestled each other a long time ago.
They could lean into that if they wanted to. BJ says, I know how happy you are for Punk, brother. 5 likes. Boo. Get that up. Get that up. Punk was giddy AF tonight. Yeah, he was. He was. I'm glad CM Punk is back in the wrestling ring. Me too, man. It was like the second coming. Cactus, you know we go way back with this, bro. I'll send you some videos and have you wondering like, oh my God, I forgot about all these from back in the day from us talking about this. Dude, CM Punk was the shit. And tonight he comes out, and honestly, I know some people were like, that promo wasn't much. And you heard it from some people here tonight, and I was like, it didn't need to be anything. This is the CM Punk Welcome Back tour. Like, you're just supposed to go crazy for him. He says a couple things, and he's building up his match with Darby. That is the match people want to see. Tony Schiavone got to hold the microphone in the ring. Thank you, CM Punk, for not stealing the mic from Tony Schiavone's hands. It's appreciated.
Right.
It was good, man. He went and he mentioned Darby. He said that he would have been his favorite wrestler when he was 15 years old. He said he's not the biggest, he's not the smartest, but GD, he's got heart.
Yep.
And I can do nothing but respect that. And CM Punk then says hello to his beautiful wife, April, who is AJ Lee. And I love it, man. It was just fun. He was, can I just say this? He looked like he was fucking happy. And sometimes that when someone's miserable, like at work, or you see someone like that, it feels good sometimes to see someone else smile. And that's how I felt watching that promo tonight with him.
Yeah, no, I agree. You can look at his face and you could see the happiness. You can genuinely see the happiness that this guy had just for standing in the middle of the ring. Even just coming back, he's like, "Yeah, I've been gone for so long. I got screwed over in the business that I love. So now I got to do something else until the next opportunity comes along. If I decide to take it, well, yeah, now I decided to take it. Now I'm coming back. Yo, I'm happy to be back. F the whole world."
He can't get better if he stays in the place that makes him sick.
Exactly.
Wink face. He cut that promo so nicely, bro. That promo was perfect. When Jim Cornette does have something bad to say, you know you did something right. You know you did something right. And shout out to E. He says AEW need to do a Halloween house show. I'm always down. That's one flare chop. Obi-Wan says it's at like 20 likes now. That's 2. J-Hub says, how do you think AEW will book Punk's first match? He is coming back with super momentum, and he won't wrestle till All Out. Yo, bro, this number one, this has to be the main event. I'm sorry, Kenny. I know you're the world champ, and I know you didn't main event the last show, but fuck that shit. I'll let that one slide. But fuck that shit. Like, honestly, CM Punk's going to get the loudest pop. You're not going to beat anything with this. Let them main event. I don't give a fuck. Like, if it's the best match, it's the best match on the card.
Right.
That's just how I feel with it. Who takes the W? I'm going to have to wait, J-Hub. When I do my preview and predictions, be on the lookout for that. I'll kind of get into it a little bit more then because things could change in the next week or so. Rob says, yes, yes, yes. And they were chanting that. And he said, hey, stop that. That's another guy's shtick. And he said, if you guys are patient, you'll find out about it soon enough. He says something slick like that. That indicates to me, and hopefully to you guys, Bryan Danielson's coming to AEW. It's fucking happening.
Dude, if that happens, oh my God. You think that pop will be loud? Like super, super louder than CM Punk's?
No.
No?
No. It's not beating Punk in Chicago, but I think people are going to go nuts. But Six says Brian was at home hearing Punk hitting at his debut and probably was like, yo, bro, chill. It's Sig, these are meant to be the worst kept secrets. They know. They want you watching every week, so you're like, is he going to turn up tonight? Is it tonight? Is it at the pay-per-view? Is he going to show up at the New York shows? You don't know.
Right.
They should replace John and Alex with the Butcher and Blade in the Dark Order. Whoa. And Bray is the cult leader. Jesus coming in dark. Happier than Killian Cross. Y'all see that? Giddy up. Peace. Chop. Chop. I'll let that one slide too because he laughed. But then again, I heard Brian don't watch TV, so he's probably chopping down trees without a shirt, fishing with his bare hands or some shit. That's 4. Daniel Bryan in Queens got my ticket. Enjoy that show. Karrion Kross should be the biggest indicator for Adam Cole to go to bolt from WWE. Where's Samoa Joe? I wish Joe was here, man. Joe's my guy, but he's rocking out in NXT as the world champ.
Right. Shout
out to Samoa Joe. Yeah, dude, this was great, man. And then Miro, yo, can we just talk about how fucking awesome Miro is? This whole Redeemer and I'm God's favorite champion shit is good. I love it. I am God's favorite champion. He has blessed me with this championship and a double-jointed wife. Like, why does he say stuff like this? Miro's the shit, bro. I love it. He cuts a promo like basically sitting in the dark and you can see the championship next to him, and he's cutting a promo on Eddie Kingston. I want to see this matchup.
I think this would be a great matchup.
I want Eddie Kingston to hit that back fist on him too, just smack the shit out of him. It's going to be really good, man. I would love to see these two go in the ring and just have at it, man. This is going to be interesting once we can get to that point. Look at everybody's in here going in. The verses I want to see, what made fans pop more, the return, finally seeing Spider-Man, the CM Punk return, or the Spider-Man Far From Home trailer.
I don't know, bro. That trailer was dope.
That was. I don't want to start speculating, though. Eli Knight versus Joe in becoming a TNA AEW got to be ROH now. Love Miro. J-Hub said, okay, so question, in your opinion, do you think it's getting to the point where AEW doesn't need to sign a lot of released WWE wrestlers? Okay. I don't know have I ever addressed this, Derek, on here? You probably know what I'm about to say.
Briefly.
All right. So I'm about to go in. And J-Hub, this has nothing to do with you. I'm just going to answer your question. This is for other fans who like to use this as a point. And I promise you can use these points. When in the fuck did someone not work for WWE from 2002 until the beginning of AEW? Every fucking person in wrestling almost worked for Kenny Omega was in Deep South Pro Wrestling, technically, which was a territory of WWE. So you could say Kenny worked there, Punk worked there, Bryan worked there, Colt Cabana worked there at one point. It's old. You can't say that anymore. They're building their own roster. I don't care. Sign whoever's best available. Can you book everybody great this way? I don't think so. No. I think we're getting to the point to where we can actually have real divisions and they're set up like TNT division will be Sammy Guevara. I'm trying to think of who else is in there. Miro right now. Darby probably is at that point still. You got the guys who will fit in certain divisions. There's the tag division. There's the women's division, the TNT. They may need another belt too if they keep signing people, but I think there's enough stuff for people to do to keep it interesting. Do you need to sign everybody? No. I'm not saying go pick up Braun Strowman. I personally, I don't see the value. I don't see the value.
We're not.
But Mark Henry's lobbying for him though. Mark Henry said he's a really good guy. I don't see the big deal. Maybe he can do more than I know though. And I could be completely wrong, but I wouldn't want a Braun Strowman.
Well, his indie comments don't make him a good guy anyway, so.
You're right. Hopefully maybe he regrets that. I don't know. Maybe apologize.
He doesn't. He looks like an ass. You wouldn't regret anything that he would say.
You can't assume.
I'm assuming everything.
You don't know. Maybe he apologized after.
He didn't apologize for nothing.
So I think it's a mixture though of what could happen with this. So to answer J-Hub's question, you can sign whoever you need to sign. Just make sure you have a purpose for them and what you're going to do. Would they have a purpose for Cole? I don't think Cole's going to be high up on the card right away. I think Cole's going to end up being somebody who's in the middle of the card in that TNT division I was just talking about.
Right. You know what? If they do hire more people, which they will, I would like to see it kind of broken up into, like boxing divisions. Like here's your heavyweight champions, here's your welterweight champions, your middleweight champions, however you want to look at it. And like if you have tag teams, like let them be solid, just tag team wrestlers. Like I don't want to take away like the singles matches from them, but you need solid tag team matches.
Rob says with a monopoly on the mainstream wrestling in North America, globally, since 2001, it's kind of hard to avoid them on the road to success. Facts. Cactus, we can't talk about you in the trap house of XGW. Braun can move much more than they let him. He pulled that 305 live a few years ago, but I don't want to see him in AEW.
But he pulled those comments too, though.
He said I'm with Derek on this one. Listen, I'm not saying it's bad. Braun Strowman could be heading to Impact Wrestling. Hey, that's a good spot to do some stuff. You mean like the old WWE games? Yeah. Trios title will help. They have enough trios to make the belts meaningful too. They do. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that we can get into when it comes to that. But good question, J-Hub. I appreciate that. I need more smart questions like that on here. So if you guys got them, let me know. But I'm gonna try and get through the rest of this though for you guys really quick because we've been stuck here for a minute. But don't worry, these next few matches they won't take long. But I have some funny comments in for them. So next up, we have Eddie Kingston, Jon Moxley, and Darby Allin with Sting.
It's dead.
With Sting versus the Wingmen with Pretty Peter Avalon. I don't know what Dolph Ziggler's brother was doing in here. That dance thing he was doing, that shit was weird as hell. I was laughing at it, but I was like, what are you doing, bro? These guys are funny as hell. And why was JD Drake dressed like the Amish Roadkill from ECW? What was going on, bro?
I don't know, dude.
JD Drake looked funny as hell.
Dude, was he paying homage to him?
I don't know. Maybe. Maybe he's from Milwaukee. I don't know where he's from. I don't know what was going on with that. I just thought it was so funny. This was a brawl. Moxley and Kingston. Honestly, Moxley looks like he's been coming out to whoop people's asses lately. Like he just wants to beat people up. Kingston's kind of in the same road, even though he's building up to a feud with Miro right now. We have the Wingmen have been getting their wins on AEW Dark Elevation, but at the same time, they've been just getting beat up by guys on Dynamite and Rampage. The match ends with a coffin drop from Darby, because it always does. He gets the 1-2-3 on JD Drake, #roadkill. And after that all happens, Danny Garcia comes out to attack Darby and flees very quickly. I think we're going to see a Danny Garcia Darby Allin match before the All Out match.
I would like to see that.
I think that could be really, really good. I see people saying AJ Lee is going to be in AEW. We got people saying Adam Cole's going to join still. Pro Wrestling Shoot, what is up? He said, damn, I'm late as hell. Bro, you're still recovering from SummerSlam trips, bro. You're all right. You're all right. We pounded some recordings for the Pro Wrestling Shoot. Right. Make sure you check Jesse and the boys out, man. They did a really good job putting up some episodes for you guys before they went to SummerSlam to get you live coverage as well. JD Trigg on his roadkill swag tonight. See, Daniel Garcia attacked Darby Allin after the match. Ziggler's bro was doing the Pee Wee Herman dance, apparently. That might have been it now that I see it. I love this new Moxley. Wow, dang. I didn't understand the ending of the match with Darby getting attacked. Is this just some guy for Darby to feud with till he wrestles Punk? Yes. So right now, Daniel Garcia has kind of been like an indie wrestler they brought in. He was really good, but he didn't really get a lot of time to shine on Dark sometimes during the pandemic era, we'll call it, of AEW Dark, where there weren't too many fans. And they've been bringing him back, but he's been wanting to feud with Moxley and everyone else. And he just saw an opportunity to attack Darby to get some revenge, and then he scooted on out. Jesus says, sign Daniel Garcia. I'm with you, Jesus. Drake was dressed like Big Bubba Rogers. Damn, I've heard that name in a minute. When he was in the NWA, when he was the heavy for the Midnight Express. I like how they're using Moxley to keep that New Japan door open. Agreed. And we're going to talk about that in a second. Bro, I was really drunk at SummerSlam, so I thought I was okay till I watched the video back. Never watched the video back. Kingston wanted to come out and whip people's asses, Chad says. Yep. I disagree. I truly believe AJ Lee is done in wrestling. She's got a successful book and a couple screenplays and comics in the work. She just seems at peace. She doesn't need to come back. But like I said, if they want to, they will. Right. If you build it, they will come. It's up to them, man. Like if AJ wants to get back in, cool. I think we'll see her on camera eventually, yeah, but that's up to her if she wants to get back into it. But either way, I'm good with it. Afterwards, we go backstage. Ty Conti is back there. And her and Allie get into a fight, but this is to hype a match that I kind of wanted to bring to everyone's attention if you haven't been paying attention. The buy-in casino battle royal for the ladies is going to be happening. Excuse me, the women, I should say. Winner receives a shot at the AEW Women's World Championship. First entrant would be announced. It was Nyla Rose who was announced, but we've seen some other names, Big Swole, Allie, and Ty Conti, and Tay Conti. Wait, Ty, I said it right the first time?
Yeah.
Ever. Ty Conti, and they get into a fight. She tries to get her to join the HFO. Now everybody wants to join your group, Allie. Cut the shit. And they get into a brawl backstage, and it was pull apart brawl real quick. Shout out to Charlie. Saw him make an appearance there. After that, bro, we get an FTR promo showing the Santana and Ortiz that injury. Bro, what's the most gruesome injury you've ever seen somebody have? Oh, can you think of one that you were just like
in wrestling or just in general?
In general.
I think the worst injury I've seen is when I was playing baseball in high school, and one of the players hit like it would have been like a in the park home run, except we didn't have fences at that where we were playing. So it was going to be a home run, but it wasn't a true home run. He was coming home. He slid into home plate. Catcher blocked it. I think he was safe no matter whatever the case may be. All you hear is, oh, shit.
Broke his leg?
The man broke his leg.
Sliding.
Like he was holding it at the kneecap. holding it, and it was like off to the side. I'm like, oh shit.
Now, the reason I ask this story is because we know that Dax Hardwood and Cash Wheeler suffered a nasty injury the last time they faced off, and we thought this match could be in jeopardy. But they cut a promo saying they want to fight Santana and Ortiz, and it looks like it's happening next week, man. This is going to be a really good fight, man. I really want these guys to have like a street fight against each other.
Right.
I think that would be good. I really want a stipulation added to that match. I don't know if they are, but Santana and Ortiz, they need this W. They need to do the damn thing the next time they lock up in the ring with them.
They do. If they do make it a street fight, please use the sugar cane.
Done. Super Elite cut a promo. They're interrupted by Christian Cage. Christian Cage calls Don Callis a carny piece of shit, which leads to piece of shit chants from the crowd in Milwaukee and Philwaukee. And afterwards, they cut a great promo about how like Don Callis was trying to get a 10-year-old Kenny Omega hired as some IWA independent wrestling promotion. What? What is going on here? Really good stuff, though. That footage I thought was really cool that they were able to dig up. And this makes it interesting, but Christian ends up getting jumped by the Super Elite, but Kaz, the Elite Hunter, comes out to make the save. So it looks like we're going to get a tag team match coming up with that. And I'm going to announce all the matches coming up for it. But really interesting for what they're doing. And then we have Jon Moxley announcing that he will be facing off with Kushida in Chicago. Or not, I said Kushida. Holy shit, Kojima. Damn. I'm off tonight. Off. I don't know what's going on with me. Jon Moxley versus Kojima. I look forward to that match. I was hoping that we would get Murder Grandpa Suzuki, but we didn't. Moxley keeping that door open, like people are saying.
Yep.
Boo Charlie, he's worse than Corbin. Terrible. Worst injury. Sid's leg. Oh, yeah, it was bad too. They only have announced 9 females. You have 21 spots. Time for AEW to bring in females like the Iconics, maybe Tessa Blanchard, a few indie wrestlers. The NWA will be close by that week, so you never know. Hit the Sid Vicious. Damn, you guys are bringing up Sid. Worst injury in real life for me was an associate at Walmart blacked out and cracked her skull off the floor. It was late at night, and I was just walking by. I saw her laying there, traumatizing with blood. Kenny was wrestling when he was 15 on the Road to Dynamite vid. Christian killed it with that promo, but the shot from shot at Christian from Omega, you think you know me. Yeah, I laughed too at that. In college, saw someone break their leg. Don't do the Karate Kid crane kick. It's brutal.
Oh, wait a minute. You know what? Remember that? I believe, correct me if I'm wrong. You might remember this, but this was
and Rob, I feel you.
Yes. Remember, I know it was a Louisville player, and I think they were playing against Duke, and he took a shot and landed awkwardly and broke his leg.
Yeah, it's happened a lot, man.
That one was horrible too.
Don's promos are on point. Jesus says, Tokyo says Tessa's career is over. Nobody wants her. E says he's with Rob as well. Yeah, I don't know if they do that. But it is now time for one of my favorite segments of the night. We have ourselves a big time matchup. And it is the Factory versus the Gun Club. Paul White on commentary. Derek, how excited were you for this match?
Can't stand Paul White.
Dude, you are hating. This is pure hatred. Pure hatred. Yo, by the way, what is in Billy Gunn's jeans, bro? These kids are big as hell and strong as hell, just like him, bro. It is ridiculous.
Yes, they are, dude. They are like 100% like.
Where's Bart Gunn's kids? Where are they? Up here messing around. And I know that's not Billy's real life brother. I know.
Right. But still, though.
Get him off my television. Well, everybody's feeling it. Gotta get the new well from his music. I did I actually had one where it's just well for like 20 minutes. I think I sent it to you, didn't I?
Yeah.
It's bad, bro. I should do that. Another trios match, eye roll. See, Jesse's not a fan of the trios either. Derek hates the trios. I'm okay with it. He's an ass man. Why do you want to know what's in Billy's jeans? I would have sang Genuine if I wasn't so tired, Rob.
I was just thinking.
the slow show is on AEW. Sweet. Oh, yeah. Paul White's the man. He's the one. All right. You know what? These pictures have to come off. You guys have your minds in the gutter looking at Billy Gunn. So this match was kind of there. The athleticism from the Gunn Club was impressive, I thought, in this one. Colton, Austin Gunn on point. Billy Gunn looks great, too, for his age. Yes. Like, if I told you how old he was, you wouldn't believe it. Google it after. So QT Marshall hits a successful move, and he does a kip up. Go ahead, QT.
It was nice, too. It definitely was nice. It was clean.
So he kips up, but he talks to Big Show. He says, "Oh, you ain't gonna be talking to me, son. You're a commentator. Like, what are you doing?" And he gets up and he gets pissed. You can hear you know how the microphones are when you get up. And he gets up and QT gets distracted, and Colton Gunn rolls him up with a small package for the dub. Mad weird, bro.
Yeah.
Mad weird, but it worked.
Hey.
I wasn't mad at it. Like, dub's a dub. Colton has gotten a lot better. I will say I agree with that. Austin Gunn, though, is the one to me. He's good.
Yeah, Austin is the GOAT of the family besides Billy.
What? No, I'm just kidding. You remind me of my Jeep feast. Hey, we can't say that now. I need to find my Paul White coin because it's worth $600 to $700. Oh, shit. Billy has to be the oldest person still called Billy at this point, right? Oh, BJ always finds a way to make me laugh. I love it. So we get a promo with Dan Lambert and Men of the Year. Dan Lambert is basically Jim Cornette just as a work. This dude is just a dick. Like, he just yells about stuff. And Men of the Year were there. I love when he says someone wearing stupid shades, and Scorpio Sky takes off his shades. He's like, people want to wear stupid shades. Like, he's making fun of Orange Cassidy. He was just like, what is going on? We talk about next week's matches. So here's what we got for Dynamite first. Brian Cage versus Will Hobbs. We got ourselves a Hoss match. But we didn't say his name. Spanish. That shit did not have to be in here. That was forced. Super Schmuck Billy Graham. Rob, I can't even repeat that. You saw it?
Yeah.
It's going up for a second. And Rob knows why that's funny. It's from an old ass promo. Billy and his sons did amazing in the tag match. I agree, Chad. Seriously, is anyone excited to see QT Marshall and Paul White at All Out? I'd rather watch Snoop Dogg when he tried to do that frog splash on a loop for 24 hours. Damn. Real men promo is overused in wrestling. Facts. People are just laughing. So Brian Cage, Will Hobbs. All right. Orange. This is fucking bullshit.
Spanish.
I really hope Jocelyn's happy when she hears this. Orange Cassidy's going to be facing, I believe it was Jack Evans. I had my head turned, but I know someone from TH2.
I think it was Jack Evans.
FTR will face Santana and Ortiz. Yes, I will take that. Jim Ross interviews Chris Jericho next week. And how does Tony Schiavone always get the short straw? He's got MJF in the interview next week.
I don't even think Tony's going to even get any words in.
Rampage, we got ourselves some good matchups here. Ty Conti versus the Bunny.
Nice.
Also going to have Lucha Bros versus Jurassic Express. Winners are number one contenders to face the Young Bucks in a steel cage at All Out. Who you wanting to win this, Derek?
I want the Lucha Bros to win. I think it's their time.
Okay. That cage match will be a real banger.
Will they win is the question. I don't think they will, but I think they should get it.
BJ thinks he likes Cornette more than Lambert. Is that weird? For sure it is. I'm over QT. He interviewed Punk tonight. I'm sure he's not complaining. No, but he always says he hates MJF. So how does he have to interview? Why does JR never have to do the interview for MJF? JR probably went through enough over the years.
Yeah.
He got put on fire. He got beat up. Had to kiss someone's ass. Sorry, JR, for bringing up all the bad times. But So Rampage, we have that number one contendership, and we also have Kenny Omega and Brandon Cutler. Why the fuck is Brandon Cutler in a match versus Christian and Kaz? Arn Anderson cuts a promo on behalf of his son, saying that he's in over his head tonight, but he's hard-headed. He's gonna go out there. Well, we know what this leads to. Malakai Black versus Brock Anderson. Malakai Black has a dope-ass entrance. I love how he sat there with he had the, like, I don't know if it was like is it called the horns? Is that the proper term?
Antlers, maybe?
Antlers, whatever you want to call it. He looked dope doing that tonight.
I actually like how every time the lights went out, he showed up in a different spot. I actually like that.
Right? So he comes out there. Brock Anderson comes out. He's suited up. He's a good soldier. He tries, but Malakai Black whooped his ass. The Horn Demon. Thank you, Rob. He whooped his ass in this, man. Like, it was just bad. Just the spin kick. He was done. He tells Arn to throw in the towel. Arn doesn't want to do it because Arn's stupid. And eventually, it's over. Malakai Black gets the dub, but Arn gets in the ring and he goes for that kick again. This time, Arn blocked that shit. Arn was like, I've been watching Karate Kid. Block. But then Malakai Black kicked him square in the nuts. Like, he was done.
All right, I'll Rochambeau you for it.
That was when you could have said Ricky Spanish.
Oh, yeah, true.
So he kicked him.
Ricky.
I'm not going to. So we get into this little bit of a brawl, but he leaves everyone laying. Lee Johnson comes out. The music hit and nobody gave a fuck. It was weird. I feel like his music's not recognizable enough yet.
It's not. Yeah, he hasn't wrestled enough. I mean, he has, but he hasn't.
I think if you wanted the pop for it, you should have had Dustin's music hit out of anyone in the Nightmare family, but I get it. Lee Johnson's probably up next. He runs out and Malakai Black just scoots out the ring and walks away. I think he's going to be the next victim to eat that boot.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Isn't that mask a Norse Viking thing? It could be. I don't know where he's got the inspiration from that. Omega is leaving to get have Cutler get the pen. That's terrible. Poor Brandon Cutler. Actually, nah, he was being a punk tonight, spraying people in the face with that shit.
Right.
By the way, spraying people when someone's head was in a jacket. What are you doing, Brandon Cutler?
Right.
BJ said, I don't like that Arn blocked it the first time. That was okay. I was fine with it. Arn hit L and R at the same time on the GameCube controller. BJ Corney actually gifted that line to The Undertaker during his feud with Shawn Michaels. That is true. Did Arn cut a promo today? Take notes, youngin. That's how you get heat. Double A too old, and if you a guy and you getting older, you don't know Black ain't got to kick too high. Yo, Alistair, or oh my god, it's called Alistair. Malakai, excuse me. Malakai Black. He did the damn thing tonight, man. He's gonna be a future big time player for them, I think.
Absolutely.
Future champion in my eyes. I thought it was really fun though. I see people laughing at Lee Johnson. That's really, really good stuff, man. But overall tonight, what did you guys think of the show? Leave me a comment if you have one, or let me know out of 5, 10, whatever you want to say for it. Derek, I'm gonna come to you first tonight. What did you think of the show tonight?
Wasn't the best, but it was decent. It was decent. It wasn't the best, but it was decent.
Thumbs up, thumbs down. What do you say?
Thumbs up.
Okay. Tokyo said elder abuse. Arn Anderson, you should always protect your McNuggets. Tokyo's giving it a 6, I think, out of 10. I'm assuming here. E says he shouldn't be caught with the same thing twice as a grizzled vet, and he's got that heat. Like I said, that ain't gonna block it for everybody, bro. Trust me, he's gonna catch you. His thing is it's out of nowhere. Jesus says 6 out of 10 as well. I thought the first hour was better than 5 hours of SummerSlam. Yeah, SummerSlam was a long ass show. B for positively E, and then he went B minus. Decent Dynamite. I agree with Derek. Agree with E. I'm with you guys on that. Love seeing Arn take an ass whipping. Rob is just sinister. So for me, I'm not going to front to you guys. I thought tonight's show was kind of what BJ said in the very beginning, kind of lull. It was there, but we're building up hype to these other shows. We got all the New York shows coming up. By the way, September 29th, we will be there live. I don't know if there's going to be an actual Dynamite review, at least not in the traditional aspect of it. Maybe we'll do like a kind of recap talking about the show. Not I don't know when we'll have time to do it, but we'll think about it. Something will happen with it at least, or you'll get my perspective on it. But we've got a lot of shows coming up still. We got All Out. Make sure you guys are locked into the channel for that. Subscribe. Shout out to everyone who listens on the audio platforms as well. Always got some decent surprises for you guys on there. A little bit of a different intro this week, so I hope you guys enjoy that too. And I'm going back into the chat. Rob says I'll give it a generous 7 out of 10. I can respect that. I'll give the show an 8.95 out of 10, Chad says. I like Iron. I feel you though. I thought this week was better than the last 3 weeks. Okay. Bobby Lashley should get a lawsuit for child abuse. Yes, at that New York show. I'm not going to the Queens one. I'm going to Rochester. So I'm the week after. So we'll see how that works out. Ace says 7 out of 10. I respect the hell out of Iron, but it's just fun how he takes a beating. Iron usually starts the shit though, like Rob said.
Right, yeah.
But Derek, we had fun tonight, I would say. If you guys could, like I said, make sure you hit a like on your way out. And for myself and for Derek, we are out. We've got a big pay-per-view coming up, AEW All Out. We're going to be covering it, guys. I want to be your spot for the coverage. I appreciate all of you. Join us after Dynamite. Let us do your AEW All Out review. Tell a friend. Tell your friend to tell a friend to tell another friend, so that way we can get some more people in here talking AEW with us. I like to think that we are one of the best AEW YouTube channels, podcasts, discussion points out there. So make sure you guys come on in and have some fun with us. But for all of us that are a part of the show, we thank you. And for myself, Derek, and anybody else in the chat, we are out for this one. Peace.